6. Riveting U.S. Classified secrets revealed. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Insane Worlds. 6. CIA Stay Behind Ops. According to Timothy Naftali of the University of Virginia, between 1949 and 1955, the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, operated a stay-behind network of German agents. They consisted of two programs, the Kinnitz, in southwestern Germany, and the Pastime, in Berlin, to provide intelligence sources behind the lines should the Soviets invade West Germany. During the operation, several stay-behind agents proved problematic, one group displaying Nazi tendencies. As a result, the CIA initiated a program to resettle them in Canada and Australia, the latter country volunteering to pay their travel costs, while the U.S. would give them and those who resettled in Canada a resettlement bonus. 5. Berlin Wall. Built in 1961, the Berlin Wall separated East Berlin from West Berlin until 1989. It was meant to isolate and destroy the small oasis of freedom that the wall surrounded. Instead, the wall became a political hotspot that escalated tensions between the U.S. Europe and the USSR. A number of declassified documents related to the wall disclose how the U.S. reacted to USSR threats to isolate West Germany before the building of the wall and the West's attempts to reunite East Berlin and West Berlin after the building of the wall. 4. Bay of Pigs. Official history of the Bay of Pigs operation, written by CIA staff historian Jack Pfeiffer, originally designated as top secret, remained unfinished at the time of the author's retirement. Its fifth volume, deemed to have serious shortcomings in scholarship, remains unpublished. It is clear, from reading Part 1 of Volume 1, that the 1961 covert military operation designed to overthrow Cuba's Fidel Castro was, from the U.S. perspective, a disaster. One account claims that the operation failed because it excluded strikes against any tactical air targets. A second account states that President John F. Kennedy called off the second strike after forgetting it had been planned. Which version is more precise could never be determined, Pfeiffer concludes. The second part of the volume provides participants' reactions to the failed operation. It also lists source material. 3. Project 1794. The cutaway diagram of the declassified U.S. Air Force aircraft on the drawing board in the 1950s certainly looks like a flying saucer. Driven, it appears, by a central turbine engine mounted in the center of its disc-shaped body, the object also looks like it's built to hover, streak off at high speed, shoot upward, and change direction abruptly. As Live Science's article concerning the strange craft points out, it would be produced during Project 1794 and capable of traveling at supersonic speeds at high altitudes. In fact, its specifications call for it to be able to attain a speed of Mach 4 and to reach an altitude of 100,000 feet, 30,480 meters. It would have to be fast. Its mission would be to shoot down Soviet bombers. 2. Wired kitties. As Kat Eschner writes for Smithsonian Magazine, during the 1960s, the CIA investigated the use of such animals as ravens, pigeons, and cats for espionage purposes. As naturally curious creatures, cats would be perfect spies, it was thought, for the U.S. Project Acoustic Kitty. The felines could be implanted with recording devices, their apparent wanderings directed by audio cues. With cats recording Soviet leaders' every word, their conversations would no longer be covert. The idea may seem amusing, but it was monstrous, says Victor Marchetti, a former assistant to the CIA's director. They slit the cat open, put batteries in him, and wired him up. They made a monstrosity. At the time, developing sophisticated technology was no simple task, and the project took 5 years to complete, including the time spent testing the technology on dummies and live animals. 1. Civilian murders and prisoner torture in Vietnam. Many may believe that the infamous 1968 My Lai massacre was the extent of the atrocities committed by U.S. forces during the Vietnam War. However, declassified Army documents, part of a previously secret 9,000-page archive assembled by a Pentagon task force, indicate that the same company of soldiers who killed anything that moved at My Lai also committed numerous other barbaric acts. As a Los Angeles Times article points out, Vietnamese families were attacked in their homes, farmers in rice paddies, teenagers out fishing. As a violent minority murdered, raped, and tortured with impunity. Such atrocities were not limited to only one unit but were found in every army division that operated in Vietnam. Verified as having happened are such crimes as 7 massacres resulting in at least 137 deaths, 78 other attacks resulting in at least 57 deaths, 56 wounded, and 15 sexually assaulted, and nearly 150 incidents of the torture of prisoners of war with fists, sticks, bats, water, or electric shock. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them.